Aquí estamos regresando del primer mapa que fue NaVi versus Gambit, ganando NaVi sobre Gambit 16-8 en un overpass que fue que vimos a un NaVi muy superior a Gambit, que de verdad que se ha visto bastante. No están jugando como es Gambit online. Pero bueno, nada, vamos a esperar en este segundo mapa a ver qué tal. Aquí les recuerdo que estos dos equipos están luchando para ir a la final contra G2, que temprano ganó a Heroic. Aquí vemos el piqueo de los mapas. Overpass piqueado por Gambit, ganado por NaVi. Ahora viene Mirage piqueado por NaVi. Ok, el porcentaje de ganadas que lleva Gambit aquí en Mirage es muy alto. Creo que es un 60 o 70% para ganar Mirage. Sin embargo, no vemos al 100% a Gambit. Y pues nada, vamos a ver qué tal les va. Ya esto está a punto de comenzar. Yo me voy a esconder por aquí. A ver, me escondo por aquí. Voy a dejar la cajita ahí para que me sigan, cualquier broma. Y voy a dejar la transmisión en vivo de estos chicos que se las traen todas. Ahí están reunidos.
There's two pieces of good news if you want Gambit to make this a competitive
Aquí
series.
los dejo,
One,
pues.
this is a map they themselves pick in series, included in the past against the aforementioned NaVi. And on top of that, you think about NaVi historically. NaVi are the ultimate team to go up 1-0. Maybe they're even winning the second map, and then just sort of give it away and think we're getting into the third map. And players go away, some players go missing. So I want to see, is NaVi really going to win? Because if they are, by the way, they'll have won like 8 maps in a row. They will not have dropped a single map at the tournament, in which case maybe they are just going to stop the whole tournament. But I'm still waiting. Like I did point out before, eventually he's going to have some games where he comes back down. It wasn't that crazy in the previous game.
And also super interesting fact, neither of these teams played Mirage yet in this tournament, right? And we know that NaVi after the break in recent times has just been out of this world really in terms of also preparation. They changed their approach, and you know they have some special things in store, right, for every map that they're playing here at the major. So Gambit, you would expect them to have done the same. So that might be, you know, we might see something different because these teams are so familiar with each other. This is where we might have some, you know, X factors going on.
So without wanting to risk repeating some of the stuff we went over before the break, who's got to step it up to help deliver victory Gambit?
Shiro, here we go. You're going to be starting on the CD side. As you're right, it's obviously NaVi's map pick. Gambit's going to be CD side. Highest rated player on the CD side thus far in the major. The star AWP player. The player, some people used to call, oh, he's a new next simple. Step up, show up what you got. Show us what you got, and maybe if you can do that, we might actually see a game in our hands here.
Yeah, let's have a few rounds where when you're actually in a position with the AWP to get the first battle, the first duel, you get the first kill, you can actually make simple, and the other NaVi players have to think about it then, have to start running the clock down again, get a little bit hesitant. As Enko said, like, if you get a start like that at the beginning of every map as NaVi, or you just break them back immediately when they're with the pistol, you're never really under pressure in that scenario. In fact, especially when seemingly everyone in the last few maps has had a chance to go off and have a round where they go crazy. Like, I haven't really seen, as you said in the intro, actually, I haven't seen NaVi tested, so let's test them a little. Let's put them under some pressure to win this match.
Yeah, well, you hope that they can. Yanko, any thoughts for you? I mean, I know you're like me. I just don't think
Unfortunately, it does feel that way. It just feels that as a team on this big of a stage, they're not there yet. They're lacking the experience, and it's showing.
All right, well, this is it now. It's do or die for Gambit on NaVi's pick of Mirage. Take it away, Samuel Moses.
Thank you very much, Richard. Thank you very much for our wonderful analysts. And, well, I mean, the question that I have to ask you right off the bat, Moses, is do you agree? Do you feel like NaVi have got this one in the bag, or do Gambit have a chance to show us something here?
I mean, they have a chance to show us something. They have a chance to wake up on this map. And it essentially has to happen because that NaVi looked unstoppable in a lot of different ways. Individual performances they were on top of. A lot of clutches going their way. Tactically, they seem to outplay Gambit on Overpass. Now on Mirage, they get to start on the CT side. They get a chill. It's their map pick. They're going to be just eternally prepared for this map. It's going to be so tough.
And it is time to get hype. We have the second map of the semifinal underway. NaVi in the lead, up 1-0 over Gambit.
And it's all on the line for Gambit. They have to fight back now, tooth and nail, or they are done. It is the end of the line.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Everything on this, no more mistakes for Gambit. We're gonna get live into the pistol run here. Countdown expiring. G2 waiting in the grand finals of the PGL Major here in Stockholm. Waiting for the winner of this one. Imagine Simple versus Nico. And here we go, pistol round.
And we're live, we're in the thick of it. And it's going to be NaVi starting on the CT side, Gambit on the T side. Gambit get to set the pace, and then Simple, he's not waiting around. He's already taken Shiro out of the fight. Man advantage for NaVi in this pistol. And they have yet to show anything here, Gambit. Only a single man spotted. They're going to hear the footsteps though. Hobbit stomping around in mid, trying to draw some attention to himself. This alerts Simple. At least he's going to be able to communicate that over to his teammates. The setup is here, and Bovic and Electronic already finding the headshots. Gambit are walking right into a wall in the first round of this map already. Simple is merciless. He's going for a third. And he's going to get it. NaVi! What a dominant pistol round here to start off Mirage.
I don't even think they took any damage. That's the worst way to get things started if you're Gambit coming out of that first map. It's like, all right, boys, let's get started on the right foot. Let's win this pistol round. And they get shut down every step they take.
Dude, that one hurt so bad. Nefandi had a little like half smile going where it's like, ouch.
Yeah, what can you do? Just immediate headshots from everybody on the NaVi side. Woo. All right, 1-0. Now up against, really just the MAC 10 for the Gambit side. They invest in one weapon, armor as well.
Oh, man. When was the last time we saw this? I was about to say, this is going to be the OG fake into bomb plant on the other side. Man, please, this is going to be insane.
The only way this works is if they get kills at this B-bomb site. They need at least one, probably two. And I don't really know if they have what it takes to get it. Just the MAC 10, that has armor to protect against some utility damage. And actually, an odd timing for Perfecto, but Bit is holding the line. 2 kills, and that's it. Boomich knows not to move. He knows not to do anything. His teammates aren't calling out the bomb, and this is going to be the easiest kill of his life.
There's a reason why that doesn't usually work, or why teams started to fall off a bit. There's too much discipline now. In the early days of CSGO, that was a strategy that we actually saw quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because players would over-rotate so quickly off a bomb site. As soon as there was action, they were already rotating off the bomb site, and you had a chance to just slip out of the apartment to get that bomb planted. But the teams are too disciplined now. They're too long in the tooth. Going into it now, third round is going to be by a little light on the side of Gambit. They're not going to have as many nades as they would like because they didn't get the bomb planted. No bonus money. Early aggression in mid.
Just basic control behind the boxes, a little bit of nade damage. Follow up, ooh, Simple. That was dangerous, but done from him. He's going to stick around. He wants to fight it. Actually dinked up through the wall. Might back away now. AK's on the board as well for Gambit, so he's got to be cautious. And he's going to sneak all the way through the B-bomb site, falling back every step of the way. So early success for Gambit, taking control of mid and forcing Simple back without losing a whole lot.
Indeed, limiting that information for NaVi. Now NaVi are going to kind of left wondering what is in store for them. See if they can make an information play here. A minute left on this clock. It's about now where NaVi are going to want to try to figure out what's coming at them. Simple still keeping an eye on mid. He's hearing these footsteps, and so he can communicate this over to his teammates. And here it is. Electronic is pushed down ramp. Now they're going to see that nothing's over here today. And this could be the giveaway. Perfecto kind of falling back, closing off that angle towards B apartments. He's got his teammate Bit there to watch his back as well.
I think Nathany just, he wants to get it. This is a little bit of a fake again. That kill would have been everything, but he wanted to give the impression like pressure was going to be here, combined with Hobbit to soften up his B defense. It didn't work. There's the first kill. It goes to Inters, low on HP, and it looks like he's got Simple boxed in. Looks like he knows he's there, but it doesn't matter. Simple's still alive, and there's Perfecto making the SMG work. Hobbit is going to come up, and this is a tough position to clear. Perfecto gets aggressive. He's got the bomb site, and Hobbit's got no HP and no time for the 1-on-2.
There's 10 seconds left on this clock. He has to get in here quick and hope that somebody's going to step out into the open, but NaVi are playing this perfectly. Closing off the angles, whittling this guy down. He has no health left to play with and no time either. The round is over, and now it's all about surviving it. Can they hunt him down? Perfecto's going to deny him at the last second. Hobbit, because he survives the bomb time, or the timer, He gets no money going into this round.
That's a god tier 2v1 from NaVi, just letting him live if that's what he wants to do. Hobbit never aggressed onto the bomb site, waiting for those peaks and not able to connect. And that is disaster. Hobbit's going to be stuck on $300.
Brutal start. As hard a start as you can get here for Gambit on this map. NaVi's map pick as well. So NaVi are going to be feeling comfortable. They got everything going their way right now. And Gambit, well, if you were asking for as difficult a situation as possible to fight your way to the grand finals from, I'm getting the feeling that this is it. Because NaVi just looks so cool, calm, and collected right now. Big spread coming in here from Gambit, trying to maximize their map coverage. But this is a round of eco for them. They don't really have a whole lot to work with here. Standoff now is Gambit are going to start working their way in. Bombs still going to be tucked away top mid with a minute left on the clock. In standard Gambit fashion, they're going to just run it down and see if they can get more utility out of NaVi. That's the name of the game for them. Simple rewards Nafani with a bullet to the dome. And Boomich spots out ramp, immediately rotates around to keep an eye on connector. It's going to be so hard for Gambit to get a bomb plant here.
Yeah, these are just easy kills as well. I think the problem in this round for Gambit is these are just like, you're just walking into fights with these teams and hoping you win them. And in that sense, you're not even getting any kills on the NaVi side. They're going to be able to build up so much money through this opening in this first half. 4-0.
$10,000 already on Perfecto at the beginning of this round.
There's only 3 kills on Gambit in these first 4 rounds. They're not even finding all the frags that they would like. This is brutal to start.
Right now, would you call a timeout?
No.
No timeout.
You got to trust what you talked about between the maps. You've got the guns in your hand as well. You've only really had 1 round where you were fighting with 4 AK-47. So put some trust in the players. Let them play the game a little bit early on. Tronic's going to push up some spam through the smoke. Oh, and he's blinded. Vision wasn't clear. Nafani's got an entrance.
There we go. Ideal start to this round for Gambit already. Now they're wasting any time here, NaVi. Already making an info play on the other side of the map. Perfecto could pull a fast one here. He's got Simple to back him up as well. Just hoping that Gambit are going to walk into this. And they may get rewarded for their base here. Exile's thinking about it. Definitely aware, Gambit, that with NaVi being a man down, they're going to try and get frisky on the extremities of the map. It is an option for them. With a minute 10 on this block now, it's all about Gambit rotating back around, gathering up, getting ready to execute onto a bomb site here. You reckon they go early so they have a bit more time to move with?
It's possible. I mean, they can just walk up right now with the cover the AWP over the top of the stairs. Boomich has 1. Shiro doesn't react quick enough. He's got good damage. And Bit is still waiting if he can get any help from his teammates. Any flashbangs so he can peek out. Simple is coming around. Smoke to give him some cover, and Bit's got a double. The Molotov doesn't do its job until it's too late. And the NaVi defense once again holds strong. Not a gap for Gambit to work with.
These guys are running headfirst into a brick wall right now, it feels like. There's nowhere for them to go. Nothing but death facing them down at every corner. And now we're going to get just a little bit of, it's not even going to be the tag timeout called here by Gambit. They're just going to continue taking the beating.
I was going to say, to answer your previous question, now I call it timeout.
Now you call it timeout, yeah. You would think at some point Gambit needs to start trying to take a breather here.
I mean, some of these do seem like there's an element of, the death touch on it. It's always been a talking point, the young nerves. Not waiting for the Molotov to force Bit out into the open. And man, this is getting mental warfare from NaVi, obliterating everyone, showing no quarter.
Pure power plays coming through here from NaVi.
5 kills total in 6 rounds for Gambit.
It's Simple, it just looks like he's loving life right now. And there we go. Tactical timeout called. First one of the half for Gambit. 6-0 lead for NaVi, and enough is enough. They feel like they need to take a little bit of a breather here. So Coach obviously taking a chance here and trying to talk up his play. Blaze taking the similar opportunity on the other side. And well, NaVi right now is just looking utterly unstoppable. This is a huge task that Gambit have on their hands now going into the remainder of this half. They need to just put a halt to this aggression from NaVi, but I'm getting like G2 vibes from NaVi right now. G2 versus Nip, where G2 were just relentlessly pummeling Nip, just constantly looking for fights, constantly pushing everywhere, never letting Nip get their game plan going. I get the same thing here from NaVi, we're like, we're not even going to let you play your game, we're just going to constantly run at you.
Well, Gambit's going to have to fight back. That's certainly what's going on in these first 6 rounds. We'll see if Gambit can find a way to pull it off. Standard default so far, smokes in mid. And Gambit just looking for aggression everywhere.
Patient stuff from Gambit, and I like this little play here from Electronic. It's worth throwing it in once a half. And cross your fingers and hope that they're going to hit that bomb side that you can be effective up there. For now, quick rotations coming through here. Axile going to start clearing out underpass and start to get that bottom and top mid crunch coming in here from Gambit so they can get some control and open up access to connector. With a minute left on the clock, this slow play from Gambit is agonizing. All the timing.
He's lucky. I thought Simple was going to keep pushing forward. Simple's going to back away now. And Gambit is closing in towards this A bomb site. 2 players coming up connector. 2 on the ramp. Make that 1. And Simple's going to be zoned in. The peak from Palace could be everything, but now it's Bit's turn to be put into play. Misses an opportunity. Falls all the way back. Simple again with the kill. Finally put down. Good double from Inters. Into a 3-on-3.
That Molotov is Khan was so slick though. Just puts a halt to him. What a shot from Shiro! Had to happen! And, well, this is just all over. This round, what are you going to do? Perfection here from Nafani. No idea, Bit. He never knew what hit him. Electronic now going to be caught in a 1v3 with the bomb planted. No reason for Gambit to beat him at all. They know where he has to go eventually if he wants to have a chance of winning this round. So now the name of the game here for Electronic is to get out of dodge, hold on to this AK by the looks of things.
This is good though. I mean, if you're Gambit now, you can breathe a little bit easier. You've got your first round on the board. You found some things that worked. Inters finds a great timing coming out of Palace. The double entry there is magnificent. It's everything they needed in that moment. Now it's about stringing them together. Now it's about doing it one more time.
Shiro also, that was a hero shot on CT that saved him. The flames go off, bomb has exploded. And well, Gambit now with 1 round on the board, showing some fight here in this first half of Mirage. Of course, they'll be able to get fully equipped again, no problems there on that side, and NaVi had plenty of money as well. So it's going to take more from Gambit to break NaVi's economy and start getting some easy rounds on the board. I'm curious to see if we see a change of pace coming out here from Gambit, or if we just keep going into the default holes everywhere and wait for NaVi to make plays. Looks like we are going to get stuff. Ooh, Hobbit, what? Did he drop off by accident? No way did he drop off by accident.
That's a great shot from Boomich.
Unreal.
5-on-4 for NaVi. And Gambit's going to start looking towards the other side of the map. Shiro, Nafany, and Axile all together to work in towards B. They have left alert. That's Inters towards A. And at the moment, he's not doing much. And he might just be out of this fight. I think a lot of this is going to be on this 3-man hit.
Oh, man, he just throws a little more juice on that HE there, Perfecto. That would have been an insane nade. He is going to get help here from Bit. Simple lines up a shot. 15th kill for Simple so far this map. Outrageous performance from him. Bit takes Axile. And it's just Shiro left alone on B. Inters in mid. Does catch out Electronic. And Shiro trying to make a difference over here. Trying to dance on top of Bit. But he is going to get forced into the open. And Perfecto takes control of the bomb. Inters alone now. And, well, not for long. Bit has mercy. Puts him out of his misery quick. And NaVi are just looking indomitable on this defense right now, 7-1.
Not just that, but individually, the Gambit players look labored at the moment. They looked really uncomfortable in these situations. There's no flashbangs, there's no Molotovs, there's no smokes, there's nothing actually putting any pressure on the NaVi defense. They get a fight with complete comfort.
Look at that ADR, 169 ADR from Simple right now.
That's not bad. You take those.
And then you got Bit. It's a 1-2 combo right now. He's at 132. Between the two of them, they're shredding Gambit. And right back into the same sort of similar strategy from Gambit. One on ramp, one pass, nobody to mid. They're really going to try and speed things up with the B-bomb side. Bomb is making its way there slowly behind, but they've got a player out on B. Nice shot there from Simple. Perfecto spots the man at bench. They can't catch a break here, Gambit.
No, they really can't. They're going to have to create one, although they have found an opening. This has been, I don't want to say it's a fake, but they've executed plan B. They've been able to take over the A bomb site. The bomb is rotating all the way around. Problem is, they're not finding kills anywhere. Inters is going to accomplish absolutely nothing here. He's just trying to stay alive as long as possible. Maybe when these smokes clear, he might be able to get at least one. But even that's kind of ambitious at this point.
They don't even know where the AWP is. Electronic is looking towards jungle. I think as it made its way onto the bomb site, they're going to know now. Inters catches Perfecto. Electronic caught in the open. Hobbit with a valuable kill. And now they need to figure out, how do you deal with Inters?
Oh, this is so weird. I don't know how Gambit's made this happen, but it's actually perfect. Inters is somehow still alive, and he might be able to find one more kill. This is magnificent. So much time, halfway through the bomb timer. This retake has got to be very quick. Plenty of kits to use.
They do have a bit more time on that side for NaVi. They have some grenades to use as well. Smoke onto the bomb. Shiro's on the other side of it, though. No mollies or HEs to get rid of this guy. They're going to have to go in here and do it point blank. Shiro looking for the spread.
Oh, no.
Not like this. Boomage gets denied. And they're running out of time. Simple, of course, he has to get the knife, but that's not going to get them the round. Gambit with 2. But what a round. And maybe this is NaVi getting a little ahead of themselves. Remember earlier when I was saying, they're not rotating off the bombs quick, right? That's a quality that these players have now. That time, NaVi just took the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that felt very gimmicky, very improvised, but obviously, Gambit at this point is going to take whatever they can. Small consolation prize for Simple. The knife in the semifinal. It's a 5-round lead for NaVi's defense. Still got plenty of money in the bank. And man, one name we have to bring up again, Exile, 0-9 here so far in Mirage. And he's so important for Gambit.
Surprise, surprise. That is so crazy simple that he gets out of that intact. Down to half health, but another opening kill goes the way of NaVi.
That's a risky play. He's rewarded for it.
He's won all of his opening duels so far. He's 4-0 in opening duels. There isn't really anybody touching him on this server. He's got 18 kills.
Look at what Gambit have to play with. They got a Molotov, a flashbang. They just used their final smokes. Everything from here is just going to have to be a heads-up fight. This is going to be so scary when these smokes finally clear in middle and Gambit realize they're just exposed everywhere. They have nothing really to put their players in any kind of an advantage situation. They have connector control. They have catwalk control.
And if they keep pushing, they're about to have T's. There's Shiro dead. What is this?
No!
Movement shakes him! Bomb gets dropped, they run into each other head on, and Bowman reacts fast enough to get the kill. Enters. At least he'll take Electronic out, but it's still a 2v4.
How has that happened? That's unbelievable. And yeah, you might have the bomb site, but you don't have the bomb. Simple towards spawn stairs. Boomich is protecting it in T-spawn, and even with Simple going down, there's not enough time. 15 seconds on the clock, and you still have to deal with Boomich. And you still have to get the bomb and get back to the site. And it's going to be an 8th round for NaVi. Gambit are giving it up because they know it's over. Now it's about survival.
Oh boy, are they going to be able to though? Perfecto is here. The MVP picks up, and he slow walks into that angle. Axel's going to hit that shot every day of the week. So they get out of there with Simple's AWP. That's a nice trophy. A single AK saved as well, but they were hoping for the round. And instead, that's back-to-back 9s in a semifinal of the Major. What's going on here?
This one, I mean, the Boomich one is very weird, very strange. You don't see that too often.
NaVi Ching getting up there. What a round from NaVi. And attacks the timeout called again here for Gambit Esports. Enough is enough. They need to start trying to figure out what is the solution here, because this is so crazy. Running into each other head first.
Yeah, and he has no idea how it got there. I mean, it's quite obvious when you see it occur.
Bovich's reaction is the best.
He's been a fan favorite since what? Quantum Bellator Fire back in Boston.
His nickname Snoop Dogg.
19-3 on Simple. A 6-round lead for NaVi. Just 8 rounds away from the grand final, where G2 awaits them.
And G2 watching this right now have got to be pulling at their collars, because this is uncomfortable. NaVi are just looking fantastic. And one thing that G2 could have going their way, though, is that NaVi will have shown their hand on Mirage. They won't be running into this head first G2 if Mirage comes up. Now there won't be that element of surprise anymore. Advantage of playing the first semifinal of the day. Of course, NaVi have to get the job done here before we get ahead of ourselves. It's still Gambit we're talking about. Gambit absolutely capable of running it back if they can get their heads in this game. Start getting some kills on the board. We're 10 rounds in, and you still got half the team rocking 2 kills. There's only Inters who's got 7. Need to see Gambit wake up, and the smokes come in. It's going to be an A execution. Running straight into the bomb site. Boomich going to find one, a second one as well. Nearly picks up a third before Exile can put an end to his shenanigans.
That's huge. 2 kills while playing retake. Now the next point of danger is NaVi lurking from the underpass, and he's got to hurry up because his teammates are dropping like flies, and he's going to be put into play, I think, a little bit too late. Bit misses the timing. There's the headshot. 2 on 3. A chance to recover for Gambit, but they've got a lot of work to do. Hobbit at least has control of the bomb.
Just discipline from Simple, though. Not overextending. You saw just how close it was to that angle. And instead now, did you not see the yacht barrel? Oh, he sees it now. He sees it now, tries to take the shot, jumps right into it, Nathani was waiting! It was a trap! Perfecto and Electronic now. Last duel line for NaVi going into this retake, and if Gambit find a way to win this round somehow after all this, that would be a huge victory.
That might have been a bit too much from Simple. He might have overextended there. A heat check. NaVi waiting. Good shot from Hobbit with the AWP. Perfecto now going to move in. Smoke dropped on the bomb. And he's going to get desperation. He might just stick and taps it. Forces him out into the open, and NaVi jumping across has found the final kill. Third round for Gambit as they try and fight back into this map. Look at this series.
Indeed, into this series. They've got their backs to the wall. They're already down a map in this best of 3. So this is it. There's no backing up here. If you lose this map, that's it. You're going home. You made it top 4 in the major, but you did not make it to that grand final. And Gambit are a team. I mean, the players that you would expect to see in the major grand final, considering how they've performed throughout this year.
Well, there's more good news for Gambit. They finally, while they dug themselves a deep hole, they're on the verge of digging themselves out. They need this round. There's no money left on the NaVi side after this bye. What a way to get back into the map if you could complete this, if you could break the economy. And they're going to have to do it the hard way. 4 on 5. Boomich is available to be the equalizer there when the smoke eventually does clear. Hobbit's trying to find his legs. Find any gap in that smoke. Perfect timing for the Molotov, and that's going to isolate Hobbit. No chance for the trade. No chance for Shiro to spring into action. And it's all too easy for the NaVi defense.
It's so beautiful. It's just one step after another. They're playing so well together as a team. NaVi covering for each other in every way. Shiro powerless to help his teammates. Oh, that's a beautiful headshot from Exile, but Electronic immediately trades it. Down to Shiro now in a 1v4. And Electronic mercilessly ends him. 9-3. And as you pointed out, Moses, this is the golden opportunity for Gambit to get back into this. They could have broken NaVi's economy finally. Instead, NaVi once again managed to find a way to get through.
Yeah, I think it goes the other direction. That's tough for Gambit. I think that was the only opportunity they had to get back into this map. It's going to be so difficult now. It's going to be a very labored buy, a very labored investment from Gambit if they do in this round.
Too true. Too true. Touche. But Simple right now has got 21 kills in this one, so they need to find an answer for this guy. It's unreal, the level. It's actually so cool, though, because on the other side of things, we've got Nico with G2. He was posting numbers of similar caliber yesterday in the semi.
He's been a freak in this tournament so far. That's going to be
in the NIP match in the quarters.
That's going to be a really fun battle. This year for Nico has just been him reinserting himself in the best player in the world conversation, and what a fun way to see how that is going to end. In the next match, NaVi can complete Mirage, complete the 2-0 and make it there. Pulse Pop coming in. Exile going to have utility. It's all on Lord Boomich.
Stand for the Lord. Let's see if he is going to hold the line here. It's about to get real interesting. Flash over the top. He's not blinded. Going to spot them all going through. Finds 1 kill. Took him a while, though, and he's low on bullets. One of the disadvantages of using an A1 is when he gets frisky, it's going to get tough, but he's still holding it. And Boomich! Quad kill! Shuts down that push. What a monster.
He's having the best time in the world. He's having so much fun out there right now. Every time you see him on camera, he's got a big smile on his face.
He's loving it. I can't get over how good this guy is playing right now. Right behind. Well, he's second on the scoreboard for NaVi, but they've all had their rounds. That feels terrific right now. And double digits again, Moses. 10-3 for NaVi on the CT side. This is unheard of. Yeah. This is the most one-sided match that we've had so far.
I mean, it's a combination of obviously NaVi hitting a level of excellence. That's absolutely incredible. The preparation they brought into this major, the players they have on the team, but also Gambit's gone very, very quiet. The Gambit we've seen all year has not showed up to the stage. 3 kills on Shiro, 3 kills on Hobbit, 4 kills on Exile. Just not a lot of production coming in from this offense.
Not at all. Not at all. This was we're getting some of the answers to the questions that we were wondering having into this major. Now that we're in front of the fans, that's the big difference, right? It's one thing to play on land. It's another thing to play on land in front of an audience on a stage with thousands of fans cheering. 10-3, and well, finally, Defendi able to put an end to Electronic's reign of terror, but it's still a man advantage for NaVi in the round. Now that chance.
Good reason. Perfecto waiting. Simple punching. He'll be there very quick on the flank. But still, that means Perfecto's got to hold out without any teammates, and he turns. Oh, what a spin back. That's so quick. I thought surely he was done. I think Exile thought the same thing. Perfecto's going to get another. Gambit's just lost track of him. They finally bring him down, but it's oh so late.
Simple can't even get in on the flank before his teammates kill everybody. He's got the perfect flank. He's just like, guys, stay alive 5 seconds, and then wait. Oh no, never mind. It's fine. The damage has been dealt. 11-3 in favor of NaVi. And well, we're getting a little bit of talk coming out here from the Gambit side of things. But this is utterly brutal for Gambit right now. Dominant first half for NaVi as the crowd goes wild. This is going to be it. Last round of the first half. Gambit need to come up with the goods here. And Electronic snuffs Hobbit immediately.
It feels so often they've been playing with a man down, and that's their player in middle, that's the flank, that's the lurk, and now everyone from NaVi can just focus on these holes. Come out Electronic. Perfecto's going to hide behind the smoke for the moment. Good crossfire setup. Electronic's got another. 3 kills so far. He somehow survives long enough for Perfecto to get into the action. It's 12-3.
And there are no breaks here. We're going to get right into the action here in just a few moments. So don't go anywhere because we have the second half coming up. And now it's going to be a question of whether or not Gambit can get the lockdown going on their side.
I don't even think it's possible. Even if they were performing the way that we expect them to, I think NaVi is looking very strong.
They are. Their tournament to win. And right now, all tournament long. They haven't turned the map yet.
Well, with the way they've been hyped up, it's their tournament to lose. They've effectively been crowned already throughout this stage, but G2 has been looking phenomenal.
Yes. G2 showed that they were close to the semifinal by dropping a map. NaVi don't even look like they're close to dropping a map yet. All tournament long, this could be it. The clean run, is it possible? 12-3, and we're about to find out. The pistol run is going to kick off. NaVi on the T side, and it's not wasting any time. Setting up for the B hit, or at least smoke to sell the fake, because they have 3 players in underpass stomping away, going for the quick rotation. Let's see, does this catch Gambit off guard?
Oh, coming towards window, NaVi. That's a hard shot to hit. You've got so many more bodies coming in. They manage a double peek out of it. One player did go down in the middle. That's the Exile on Catwalk. But NaVi have great control of the map. They control the center. And they can actually slow down rotations no matter where they come from. Bomb's going to rotate all the way back towards A, and that's an important kill. Now NaVi can feel real comfortable in these positions.
It's unstoppable.
And it actually forces Shiro to fall in towards CT spawn, which is going to make attacking the A-bomb site much easier if that ever does come into fruition.
Watching for the flank. Oh, he's removed Simple, but instantly traded by Boomage. Inters and Hobbit, the last 2 alive here for Gambit. You do have a rotation coming in now from Inters. He's going towards that A-bomb side, and that's the last place he wants to be. The bomb is about to make his way onto the B-bomb side.
He's worried about the flank. He's worried about Boomage coming in from the murder hole, but Boomage has just jumped over the catwalk, and he's completely ruined everything. The mobility in this tactic, NaVi taking control of window, gave them so many options to get out of any situation they were put in, and they've taken advantage of it. And man, this might be just a clean win in this map. If NaVi can take this pistol round, Gambit is all but sunk.
Missed opportunity there from Electronic though. Nerves perhaps showing a little bit here on NaVi's side. Fine, Electronic snuffs him. And Hobbit does turn it into a 1v2, but Boomich again! You cannot lay the Lord low. What a monster.
17-3 now for Boomich. These multi-kills have shot him straight up the scoreboard.
13-3 on the scoreboard. And well, this is Mirage, and this is NaVi's map pick, and they are looking utterly terrific on it. Simple continues to be a menace with 24 kills. With 24 kills in 17 rounds. Oh, utterly disgusting. And well, it's going to be the hard eco here from Gambit. Set up with the flash, I like to see it. Boomich on the flank, though, going to catch Inters, and Bent leading the way. Spots the man close, looking for more, not going to find it. His teammates are going to be there, though, with Perfecto with the cleanup. 14-3.
It's a nice attempt from Gambit. The flashbang gave him a small opportunity, but everything is in this round.
NaVi can't go, and it is 7-0 in the opening goals. 7 wins, 7 kills. Boomich has gotten 4-0. So I mean, NaVi right now are just always perpetually with the man advantage, getting that first kill of the round, opening it up, giving themselves everything they need here to get the lockdown going. After that hard eco, though, Gambit now has some firepower. It's pretty light on grenades, but if Shiro can start dropping bodies, that would change things up here for Gambit.
Ooh, almost a conversion, almost an equalizer for Boomich. Exile's brought low, but a 2-man advantage for Gambit. Bit might be put into play underneath window. Galil and Hamd can find an avenue towards connector.
The remaining 3 alive here for NaVi. One thing that they have going for them is that Gambit are light on nades. There's any way for them to take advantage of it. It's not to say that they're built to rich either, but they have more utility than the entirety of Gambit feels like. So let's see, what are they capable of? Can they find open 55 seconds on the clock? Arm rotating backward into the team. Hoping that there's going to be less of a defense over here. And meantime, Bit setting up his teammates. Ollie on short, flash to follow. And a headshot. Instant death for Nefani.
What are you supposed to do about that? Molotov towards Van. Exile's boosted up, so really a lot falls on this initial defense on Inters to be able to provide something. Bit slowly creeping up. He could provide the opening. They're not expecting it. No one's really looking here. He needs to clear the boost. And like, oh, he spots that Van, tapping away, he finds the head and converts onto Exile. Everything going wrong for Gambit. And NaVi again have just found the winning recipe in the round.
Utterly unreal that he spots that out.
They have to go for this, and it's everything. They have to go for this retake, and if they lose it, it's essentially the series on the line. Hobbit jumping up goes down. Bit is incredible. Quad kill in the round for him, and NaVi have 12 chances to make it into the grand finals.
This is it, Moses. What a performance. I mean, everything seems to be lining up for NaVi as well. Just the fact that the player at Van jumps up just in time for Bit to do the double take and spot him, and then that shows the boosted guy in the corner. It's like nothing can go wrong. It's not like Inters and Exile misplay that in any way. It just aligns.
But that's a great round to just encapsulate this entire series. That's a 3v5 that NaVi just won with all 3 players surviving it just no problem. Simple's got another opening kill. This NaVi is so scary. And if you're G2, you're getting to work right now.
And then be in bed early. And up early. And all the prep you could possibly get, because this is going to be an insane match. NaVi match point, man advantage. 1 round away from securing a spot in the grand final of the Estocolmo Major to face off against G2 in the best of 3 to settle it all. And NaVi and Simple just 1 step closer soon. Let's see if he can do it. Over here to help out. They're going to get that mid a little bit here, a little bit of a presence. Nice Bit works his way through underpass. We're going to get that gather here as NaVi once again. Life is going to get real rough for Inters here.
I think life's already been rough for Inters this game. Been rough for everyone on Gambit's side of things. Now they're not going to clear it. Perhaps a trade coming in, and indeed. Simple pulls out the up. Now you have Exile, who's just gotten here to find one, trying to keep Gambit alive into the series, and holding on at the moment to the bomb site. Finds an awkward timing, but Perfecto is spot on. And Simple has yet to even be put into play, and it's all over. 16-3. NaVi in the grand finals of the PGL Major in Stockholm.
With an utterly dominant performance, Gambit just weren't able to get their game going whatsoever. NaVi set the pace from the beginning. They had everything go their way. They created their opportunities, and the man on stage getting the crowd hyped, Simple, had an ungodly performance on Mirage. 27 kills. 27 kills by the end of the map.
That gives him 50 across the series. He was unreal on overpass as well. The whole team from NaVi, that's, I think, the thing for me is this team. You thought maybe the last kind of bastion of hope to think maybe this NaVi wasn't just going to breeze through the competition in the finals was some of the inexperience, and that's all gone. Like, they obviously got over that hump real quick. All the work and all the preparation that NaVi have done to their map pool that they've talked about, in their boot camp that they talked about, God, did it reward them today in the semifinals.
It did. Well, Gambit can be proud that they made it here to the top four. It's not like they got blown out in the quarterfinals. They were able to make it the extra step. Top four at the major for a team of Gambit's caliber. We'll always wonder what could have been, obviously, but now they have that valuable experience. They're going to know what it feels like to play in front of the fans on the stage, and we'll see just what they're capable of with the next massive land that's coming up here for Counter-Strike. But of course, this means that NaVi will be progressing forward into the grand finals tomorrow night to face off against G2 in a best of 3.
And I'm so excited. I thought it was like a dream at one point that there was a world I felt watching G2 play in this event. It was like, holy, they actually can make it all the way to the finals. We could actually have Simple versus Nico. The dreams come true. It's happened. We've got NaVi versus G2 in the final. We've got Richard and the boys in the best.
Well, what can you say about that one? Brutal, savage, wrecked. Shout out to Red Eye one time.
Yes.
NaVi have done it. Absolutely insane. Listen, guys, I'm just saying, I'm a starter because obviously we are waiting for a winner's interview coming up. Gambit, they were never here. They were never at this major. It was a mirage. It was a figment of your imagination. That was rubbish.
Here's this for you, Richard. Shiro, Hobbit, and Exile combined had 17 kills in 117 ADR. Simple alone had 27 kills and almost 140 ADR.
Yeah.
By himself, he has outdone the core of the three of the best Gambit.
I think Chiro over the series had something like 16 kills over 2 maps.
Yeah,
But we were
that's
saying
right.
statistically, like, this is the best shooting side player in the world. This was trash. This was really
Yeah,
bad. I'll
no,
say what I said on Twitter. Chiro is what would happen if James was on an elite team. Because as much as you can poke holes in what James does,
But
make
here's
fun,
the
like,
thing, though.
he doesn't have elite players to cover his weaknesses.
Sure, but here's the thing. For me, this is all about pressure. It's all about pressure because there's no way Gambit are that bad. And you have to look at Nafani. He's a young guy, bit naive. I think he stacked so much additional pressure onto them by saying, hey, we play the same at LAN. How would you know? We'll play the same in front of a crowd. How would you know? You just found out. That's the hardest, most brutal lesson I've ever seen.
And that's where we go back to experience. Knowing how to set your team up for a game that is so important. Maybe Anthony thought that was a good thing. To pretend like there is no pressure, to create this environment. But at the end of the day, come back to bite them in the ass. You have to learn how to deal with that pressure, how to build your own story to prevail in a game like that. Because that was a disgrace. There were nowhere to be found. There was no semi-final.
I'll tell you, I've known a lot of players who had chokes, they had big pressure games got to them. They all do that. They all deny it and they just hope it goes away and it doesn't happen. But it's always going to come back eventually. I'll give you the analogy. If you know Bill Belichick, the great coach of the Patriots, won 5 Super Bowls, he would specifically teach his players, this is what you do when the game breaks down, when the worst case scenario happens. That way, you know it can happen, you're prepared for it. In this particular game here, they never got the good starts. They better be a great job trying to choose the T side after you just got absolutely blasted on your own map.
I will say, I think they do the veto like an hour or 45 minutes before, and you have to do it then.
You have to pick the side.
You pick the side when you do the veto. You don't do it like after the game.
So look, we'll come back and we'll break it all down. Spoiler, we'll probably be going in on Gambit a little bit more. But first, we have got Banks on stage with Blade, the coach of NaVi.
Yes, that's right, Richard. I managed to grab myself Blade, and Blade, I've got to start with this, right? It's one thing getting a victory over Gambit, especially considering how the online results have gone, but this was absolute dominance. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. We on land, we're winning We have been struggling versus Gambit last match, and we have shown that today we were much better.
You definitely are much better. And one thing, right, we were speaking about this. You look so much more confident in yourself and the team right now. What's clicked? What's changed?
Well, nothing changed. We're just winning. You know, last event, EPL, we have won Cologne before. It gives us confidence. You know that we can do this. It's not like only some thought in the head that you can win. We know it's a fact that we are a team that is winning.
And in terms of overpass, right, we go back about 6 months or so. It wasn't a great map for you, yet it was in the past. You've recently been working on it, and it's done over Vitality and now Gambit. Is this part of the game plan, right? Improve this map pool so you can just force teams out of the equation?
Yeah, I'm really happy that we are playing much better overpass than before. And Gambit were telling that they have really good, like one of the best in the world. And winning with this in that style is showing that now we are one of the best teams in the world on overpass.
Now let's talk about being on land, right? With Gambit, for example, very inexperienced players as a whole being on there except for Hobbit. But then we got Bit for you guys. He doesn't seem that phased of it. What kind of training did you do with him in order to get him ready for this?
Well, he was the same in Cologne. It's just his personality. He's like focusing on his crosshair, and he's ignoring like all pressure.
Is that why he sits so close to the monitor like this the whole time?
Yeah, that's the secret. That's the key.
That is the key. Now you're going to be facing G2 in the grand final. You've demolished them 3-0 the last couple of times, but Nico is coming in looking really hot. Are you worried at all? Will this be a different kind of game, or is this just your major?
We're worried, of course. We respect them, and we know that they can. The team who's losing, they make it more conclusions. They improve the game, so we know that we will analyze them more than before. We'll prepare a good game plan. We will do everything we can to win. You know, in 2010 there was NaVi 2010, and there was contender MTW. They were losing all the time. G2 can become such team if they are not going to win tomorrow.
But you're smiling, mate. I don't think you're going to allow that to happen.
I hope.
You gotta hope. Blade, thank you so much for your time. Guys, make some noise for Blade and NaVi as they march on to the grand final tomorrow.
Yep, James Banks there with Blade, and I've got to say, I tip my hat to him. Obviously, we talked a bit about how he transformed his philosophy and indeed the team that he coaches. Just, again, let's get back to Gambit. Right? Let's we're not done. We're not done with
Listen,
it
we're going to spend longer wrecking them than NaVi just did.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, I've just got to say, the problem I've got with all of this is just in terms of, you know, the individuals that we're missing here, it's just completely unacceptable. It's like, for Hobbit to be the only guy we've really talked about when they've been on stage feels ridiculous. And when you actually go back and you go, Richard, but they're semi-finalists. Look at the run that they had. They lost to Entropic along the way. They beat Ents in a best of one.
They barely beat Virtus
Pro. Hobbit had to drop 39 kills in that one to drag them through it. Then by the time they get to the Avicii Arena, who do they play in the first one? Furia, the one everybody wanted to play, right? They barely beat them. And then you got against an NIP with two rookies who were struggling, and I guarantee that's not going to be NIP's roster moving forward. Nah, they are paper tigers in every category.
I mean, obviously where it hurts the most is the contrast between what they have done online and what they have done here. And that is the issue, that is the one problem. If they hadn't dominated a few months of the year, probably would not be so brutal with them right now. We'd give them the benefit of the doubt. We'd talk about the lack of experience of the young players and whatnot. They did have a moment where Counter-Strike was theirs. In fact, they were one step ahead of NaVi for a few months in Counter-Strike, and now we've just seen what happens. But this is a great reminder for the public as well that this is the Counter-Strike we talk about right here. The stage of a major is where some qualities, experience, nerves, handling, that's when it matters the most.
And listen, like, I wouldn't pronounce Gambit dead just yet.
No,
you know, like, we have to also remember NaVi's making everyone look pedestrian here. You know, they get to drop a map in this tournament. You also have to remember they might just be having the tournament, you know, a historic run. Really, remember the Katowice 2020 tournament. They humiliated the Astralis lineup with the Vice on it, one of the most legendary lineups of all time. They beat them something like 16-2, 16-5, right? So those are legendary players, lots of experience, right? So sometimes a team like NaVi can just make you look like you have no idea what you're doing.
I want to contrast it though, like he said there, the difference between online and on LAN. Because those Gambit tactics, which I do think are still some of the best in the game, some of the best T-sides across the map pool. One of the reasons they didn't this tournament
Qué
is
maravilla de jugada de NaVi. 16-8 se lleva Overpass y luego 16-3, algo así en Mirage, mapa de Gambit, pero de verdad que fueron muy muy superior el equipo de NaVi. Se notó demasiado la superioridad del equipo y GG, well played para Gambit. Voy a dejar la transmisión hasta acá. Gracias por estar pendiente.